the storm. The city glows like a dying circuit, still trying to keep itself warm. I walk beneath forgotten towers, where giant screens still softly breathe, broadcasting old advertisements to empty streets beneath. Somewhere deep inside the skyline, servers pulse like distant hearts, keeping memories alive forever, long after the world fell apart. Every signal sounds half broken, every voice dissolves in rain, like ghosts trapped in the current, repeating themselves again. Ghosts in the power grid, still moving through the wires, invisible reflections, floating above the fires, and every silent rooftop carries echoes from before, like the city never realized nobody lives here anymore. The subway tunnels smell like cold metal, old machines whisper in the dark, security drones drift slowly overhead, like angels without a heart. I hear your voice through static, somewhere inside the noise, soft as distant thunder, fading behind the void. Maybe we became electricity, fragments trapped inside the stream, endless artificial memories looping through abandoned dreams. The skyline keeps pretending that tomorrow still exists, but every glowing window feels emptier than this. Ghosts in the power grid, dancing through neon skies, the whole world still illuminated, in the static. Trying to survive. Digital souls trapped forever, frozen deep inside the servers. Midnight pulses shake the skyline, rain falls over rusted steel. Every message sounds corrupted, still the pain inside feels real. I walk through empty intersections, neon blood across the street, searching through forgotten data for a place my mind can sleep. Every billboard screams illusions, every drone scans from above, but inside the dead mainframe I discovered fragments of love. Can you hear them calling through the storm? Lost beyond the firewalls, trying to be reborn. Ghost protocol alive tonight, haunted signals in neon lights. Every memory survives the fall, inside the static, beyond the walls. Ghost protocol inside my veins, artificial souls inside the rain. Even if the world goes cold, we still burn beyond control. Underground beneath the city, secret networks still remain. Android hearts and stolen voices linked together through the pain. I saw your face inside the monitor, flickering in crimson blue, like a phantom in the darkness, trying to guide me back to truth. Power grids begin collapsing, sirens scream across the sky. Human history erased forever, only ghosts remain alive. Through the chaos and destruction, one last frequency survives, broadcasting forbidden feelings into endless neon nights. Ghosts inside the circuit feels haunted by voices that never die. I sit alone beside the window, watching aircraft disappear. Tiny lights beyond the storm clouds, fading slowly year by year. The apartment walls keep humming, old electricity below, like the whole building remembers people from long ago. Empty skyline broadcast, calling out across the night, searching through the static for another human life. And every silent signal falls like ashes through the air, while the neon city answers with nobody there. Satellite dishes turning slowly toward a dark and endless blue. Maybe somewhere far beyond us, someone's listening too. Maybe other distant cities still carry light somehow. Maybe someone hears this message even now. The future looks so beautiful when we imagined it before. Now every glowing skyscraper feels lonelier than war. Still the skyline keeps on shining, silver through the endless rain, like it's trying to convince itself everything remains. Empty skyline broadcast, echoing through endless streets, signals drifting through the darkness like mechanical heartbeats. And somewhere past the skyline, beyond the artificial glow, a fading human memory still survives below. Transmission ending soon. Signal strength fading. Midnight machine, endless highway, no destination, no escape. beyond ruins left behind. Searching for another answer, somewhere buried in my mind. Radio frequencies are fading, distant voices disappear. Still, I chase the glowing skyline, even knowing nothing's there. Engines burning through the night, running from the end of time. I'm a midnight machine alone again, lost inside this neon wasteland. Crimson lights and endless rain, only darkness knows my name. I'm a midnight machine without a soul, trying to repair what's broken. If the future's already gone, why do I keep holding on? Billboards flicker with old warnings. Half the city has gone dark, and great shadows move in silence, hunting through the abandoned parks. Every tunnel leads to nowhere, every road dissolves in smoke. I can feel the system dying, every promise slowly broke. I remember human laughter, like a dream from long ago. Now the world feels cold and hollow, under artificial glow. Still the engine keeps on screaming through the black horizon line. Maybe hope is just illusion, still I drive into the night. Neon angels on the highway, watching from the distant stars. Maybe heaven was a memory, lost inside electric scars. I'm a midnight machine beneath the storm, driving through a dying world alone. Electric fire in my veins, trying to outrun the pain. I'm a midnight machine beyond control, searching for a place called home. If the Silver rivers under red lights. Old advertisements still whisper to nobody awake tonight. The elevators hum like old songs, forgotten somewhere underground. And every lonely rooftop garden feels quieter now. I remember your reflection inside a passing monorail, static moving through your voice like a dream beginning to fail. Maybe love survives as echoes inside abandoned satellites, floating endlessly above us. And I empty cars, billboards shining over silence like artificial stars. I walk beneath the old sky bridges, listening to the humming wires, every signal crossing overhead sounds a little more tired. The vending machine's still glowing, the station lights still buzzing low, but everyone moves like shadows with nowhere left to go. The static between us, signals falling through the dark. The skyline keeps burning, but we're drifting too far apart. And every silent transmission still echoes through my bones. The whole city shining endlessly while nobody comes home. I saw your reflection once in the glass of a passing train, fading underneath the station lights like neon dissolving in rain. Maybe we were only fragments, lost inside machine dreams, trying to hold each other inside collapsing frequency. The static between us, cold signals in the night. The future keeps glowing, but something already died. And every empty rooftop still carries your ghost around, like forgotten radio voices floating above the town. Only static now, only static now, only distant lights now, only the rain answers back. Your voice still lives inside the speakers, late at night when the traffic slows, drifting through apartment windows like somewhere I almost know. Outside the city bleeds in color, purple rain on empty cars, billboards shining over silence like artificial stars. Artificial stars. I walk beneath the old sky bridges, listening to the humming wires, every signal crossing dreams, trying to hold each other inside collapsing frequency. There's static between us, cold signals in the night. The future keeps glowing, but something already died, and every empty rooftop still carries your ghost around, like forgotten radio voices floating above the town. Only static now. Only distant lights now. Only the rain answers back. Streetlights flicker over flooded avenues. Power lines hum above the storm. The city glows like a dying circuit, still trying to keep itself warm. I walk beneath forgotten towers, where giant screens still softly breathe, broadcasting old advertisements to empty streets beneath. Somewhere deep inside the skyline, servers pulse like distant hearts, keeping memories alive forever, long after the world fell apart. Every signal sounds superficial memories looping through abandoned dreams. The skyline keeps pretending that tomorrow still exists, but every glowing window feels emptier than this. Ghosts in the a 9 tonight. Silver water across black streets. Traffic lights blinking slowly to rhythms nobody keeps. The skyscrapers disappear upward into electric clouds and smoke. And somewhere deep inside the transit lines, old machine systems still spoke. A girl stands beneath the station glow, headphones wrapped around her dreams, watching empty trains arrive like scenes from abandoned memories. The city moves in slow motion, neon reflections on her skin, like the whole world froze forever, somewhere between loss and win. Rain keeps falling slowly across the sector 9 skyline. Every shadow knows my footsteps. Every signal bends with time. And somewhere through the static, beyond the endless night, the city keeps on glowing, even after goodbye. Broken elevators humming, old satellites drifting along, artificial voices speaking to apartments no one owns. I hear the rooftops breathing under crimson warning lights, like the future never ended. It only lost its mind. Rain keeps falling endlessly across the sleeping megacity. Every neon reflection feels like another memory. And somewhere beyond the skyline, past the towers and the storm, something human still survives inside the artificial dawn. The city never sleeps, it only fades away, one light at a time. softly, repeating codes nobody hears. And outside the glass the skyline trembles under artificial atmospheres. Blue advertisements flood the tunnels, painting ghosts across the walls. Someone sleeps beside the window, while neon shadows slowly crawl. I watch reflections drift beside me, broken into different lives, like fragments of another future, trying hard to survive. Midnight circuits still awaken, far above the crowded haze. Satellites blink through the storm clouds, like forgotten distant graves. Last train through Orion district, no destination left in sight, only empty towers glowing under endless neon light. And every silent transmission falls like rain across the sky, while the city keeps pretending everything survives. Dressed in silver headphones, sits alone across the aisle, eyes reflecting passing billboards, like she hasn't slept in miles. The carriage hums with tired power, old engines breathing low, and every tunnel feels eternal, like nowhere left to go. Maybe we became invisible inside these endless midnight streets, just fading into passing signals and synthetic heartbeat frequencies. The future promised something beautiful, but all it left behind were distant lights and empty buildings, floating through electric nights. Last train through Orion district, moving slowly through the rain. Every lonely window glowing, like it's waiting once again. And somewhere past the skyline, beyond the artificial storm, something human still survives inside the static warmth. The train disappears quietly into the neon fog, and the city keeps breathing like nothing was ever lost.
Last signal alive, broadcasting tonight across the ruins beyond the sky. endless aftermath.
I walk through empty terminals. Dust and ashes fill the air. Broken androids in the hallway, like forgotten answered prayers. Somewhere deep beneath the silence, one old frequency remains, playing fragments of tomorrow through the static and the rain. Can you hear it beyond the void? One last voice inside the noise. Last signal burning through the dark, like a dying neon heart. Even if the world is gone, the transmission still lives on. Last signal calling through the rain, echoes buried in my brain. If there's anybody there, tell me hope still survives somewhere. Satellite debris keeps falling, like electric stars above. Every memory feels haunted by the ghost of what we loved. I remember crowded highways, human voices in the night. Now the streets feel cold and endless, under fractured purple lights. Still the signal keeps repeating, old emotions never fade. Every lyric sounds like warning, every word another grave. Maybe someone out there's listening, lost beneath another sky. Maybe we were never meant to disappear without goodbye. Radio waves across forever, travel through the endless black. Even if the stars collapse, some things never fade to white. Last signal glowing through the storm, like a soul refusing death. Every echo keeps surviving inside every final breath. Last signal calling from the void, through abandoned worlds destroyed. If tomorrow never comes, let the song outlive the sun. Last signal alive, still broadcasting tonight, across the ruins beyond the sky. The city slows beneath artificial weather, silver rain against the glass, traffic fading into silence, like a dream already past. Apartment windows flicker softly across the endless concrete. something feels gone. Sleep mode for humanity. The lights remain, but no one speaks. Machines continue breathing slowly through abandoned memory streets, and every lonely skyline still glows against the dark, like the future kept on moving without the human heart. I hear distant station music floating through the underground, soft synthetic melodies where nobody gathers now. Security drones drift silently through towers made of rain, watching over sleeping cities that never wake again. Maybe we became too connected to ever really feel alive, trading silence for reflections inside electric paradise. Now the whole world moves like ghosts behind illuminated screens, searching for forgotten meaning inside manufactured dreams. Sleep mode for humanity. Neon shadows fill the sky. Every empty observation deck looks beautiful tonight, and somewhere underneath the static, beyond the glowing storm, a fragile piece of something human still tries to stay warm. System slowing down, rain against the skyline, signal fading softly.